I'm really very happy to be with you. And of course, if I say I thank for what you have done for me, it will be just the formal thing. It has no meaning. Everywhere you go and you do something, thank you very much. I feel touched. It is not only thank you can express what I feel, but I feel very much touched. Why I embrace everyone? Because it is not that I want to embrace. This is my interest. Because I am just a potato. And I cannot give anything to you. But I know that my Lord, my beloved, He is the highest of the high. So when I embrace you with that intention, that this embrace, of course I must take to Him. So when I go to Mehrabad, I just offer your love to them, to Him. And then I am free. Because I cannot give anything in words. Of course, whatever I say, that is only in words. Love, only He can give. His love, it is so precious. Papa used to go to contact must from place to place, thousands of miles in summer, in winter, and of course in rainy season. Sometimes he would walk the distance and there would be dirty surrounding. He would not care. They were the most loved children of him. So he would contact them. Once he was going by train and he went to a certain station where he has to change the train. So he got down and he had to take another train, so he was waiting on the platform. His personality was such that people, of course, they would look at him and they would just come. And in a short time you would find that the crowd would be there, not knowing who he was. But then Baba was just coming from different places, day and night traveling. All the Mandi members were tired and they were sitting near Baba, waiting for the train. And what happens, people just came and they were looking at him. And Eras said, why are you standing here? You go out. He said, no, there is something. They found that Baba was dumb. Baba could not speak. So they were discussing among themselves what remedy is there, what should we do. So there was one, he said, there is a tomb of some saint there. And so many people came and of course they are benefited. So we must suggest him, God has given him beauty. How beautiful he is, but he has no tongue. They were discussing. He says, get out, why are we standing here? He said, no, please, just see. We are here to tell you something. God has given him beauty. He is so attractive. But he has not given his tongue. So we now want that there is one tomb here. Take him there. So many people have been benefited. Take him, he may get his tongue back. And Aaron said, go, get out. Don't crowd here. And then Baba would say, they would not accept. They would not accept. Let us go to the tomb. And Baba went to the tomb in order to satisfy them. But he would always go to the tomb of different masters, different saints. He would also go to the cemeteries, different cemeteries. This is not only Parsi or Hindus, all religions, wherever he would go, and he would live there in seclusion. What work he was doing at that time. In seclusion, in cemetery, he would be there at night. So it is very, very difficult for us to understand what work he has been doing. People may think that they are just, for Baba, there are few persons, not the world. When Jesus, he was crucified, how many persons were there who followed him? Very few. At that time, the time was so such that, of course, to follow him, it was very, very difficult. He went to that extent that he got himself crucified. But after 200 years, the West and East, West of course, Western countries, all Western countries and East, who brought them to him? Who brought? He himself. He himself was so active after dropping the body. He was doing his work. He was just cleaning work, of course, he stopped for the whole universe after dropping the body. No one can do that work. Only he does. So the world will come, but now the time has come when we feel tired of that. Because they come to Mehrabad, they come to his tomb, and when there is any function, Amar Tithi, thousands of people come there. And I check the number every day and pray to Baba, please slow down your manifestation. If they come, the whole world will come. You will not have any place. Nowadays you go there, and you go there, of course you enter into the tomb. But time will come, you will witness that you will not even to go to the threshold. Because it is our experience. We know previously Baba would not meet people. He would just go for must tour, war program, leper program. But afterwards, when he started mass darshan program, thousands and thousands of people everywhere, how would they go to him? How did they come? Nobody knew who is Meher Baba. Even they did not hear his name. Somewhere, of course, sometimes when he would go, So it would appear in the paper, Meher Baba is coming, not his introduction, who is he? But thousand and thousand, because he would attract. Now the question comes, here my brother, he is very good, I like him. Just show your face. So he is here. Now he thinks that his wife, his children, his relatives, friends, of course they know him. And he also meets the people, different people. Now those relatives, friends, they also meet others. This connection, this is called sanskaric connection. Means that you are connected with the impressions. So directly you are connected with those who are just close to you. And they are connected with others. They are connected with others. So indirectly you are connected with the whole world. Directly you are connected with someone, of course, relatives, friends. So indirectly you are connected with the whole world. And this is called sanskaric connection. And this connection, of course, suppose he has got, say, innumerable impressions everyone has got, but I will just say, for example, he has got 100 billion impressions. Now 100 billion impressions, he is connected with his wife, say by 20 billion impressions. With his father, say 15 billion. Mother, 18 billion. Children, of course, 10 billions, 5 billions. Friends, 3 billions. They are also connected with others, and they are connected with others. So this sanskaric connection, though he knows only I am connected with this, connected with that, my family members, but he is connected with the whole world. Now, when he is connected with the whole world and he gets God realization. What is God realization? That his 100 billion impressions should be wiped out. 100 billion. Now 100 billion, now he is connected with his wife by 20 billion impressions. So 20 billion impressions, because when he gets realization, connection should be broken. So she gets the benefit of 20 billion impressions, whether she loves God or does not love, and she hates God. But 20 billion impressions, of course, she gets the benefit. Father gets benefit, mother gets benefit, everyone, because the connection should be broken. So, if one gets God realization, the whole world is benefited by that. And Baba has said that this time his manifestation will be the greatest. Will be the greatest. So many thousands of people will get liberation. Thousands of people. And when thousands of people get the liberation, what will happen? Everyone will be benefited by that. Everyone. If he is that in any corner of the world, but he will get the benefit because the connections are there. So it is not that awareness high, there are only few people. It is good that there are few. So we can just meet together, talk about that, sing, dance, everything. When the world will come, then of course we will have no place. Jim Meyer will sing, but world, how the world will hear. So then of course Jim Meyer would think that when less number was there, it was good. They appreciated. world, how the world will, he can see the world, whether it appreciates or not. So, it is not that few people are there are many. There are many, and many means it will grow and grow and grow. A time will come when, of course, the world will come to know. His universal manifestation, when it takes place, then of course you will see what happens. The wave in the ocean, it will become so forceful. Baba has said that he would just throw the spiritual bomb. And spiritual bomb, it will not be just outside. It will destroy what? Our impressions, our bondages. We will be free from the bondages. So that will be quite different things. That is spiritual bomb. It is not, it will create awareness. It will clean the burden which we are having this all the time, not knowing. We remain attached with the world. We just remain attached with the illusion. So we don't know. And we think that, oh, this is good, that is good, this is happiness, this is misery. But really speaking, happiness and misery both are bondages. It is not that anyone, if he is very rich, he has got big property, big thing, do you think that he is happy? No. Why? So many problems in his head. He thinks about this, thinks about that. He is not free. So if one becomes very rich, he is happy? No. Happiness is that real happiness when you are free from bondages. That is real happiness, and it continues. And that happiness, which is called bliss, we are meant for that. We are not meant for this worldly happiness. Worldly happiness, misery, just equal. It is better that when suffering is there, we remember God. Happiness does not allow you to remember. No, you feel so happy. But when suffering is there, oh God, please help us. So it happens. So misery and happiness, worldly misery, happiness, they have no meaning. We have to go beyond that. Now, the question, there is one good story about elephant. It is connected with different religions. So different religions, one day Baba was telling us that there were 4 blind persons. 4 blind persons they were, and they were sitting under a tree all together. And one says that elephant is a very big animal. It's a big animal. It's the biggest. No animal is so big as elephant. So the other one said, then we must see the elephant. Blind. And they wanted to see. Others said, yes, we must see the elephant. Third one said, yes, now how to see? I am also very eager to see the elephant. They were just talking that how helpless we are that we cannot see the elephant. Where is that elephant available? And fortunately, one elephant was going, and that man who was on the elephant, he was listening to them. He said, these people helpless, why not to show them elephant? So he got down from the elephant and he says, brothers, come here. I brought elephant for you. Just see the elephant. As soon as they heard, they just ran. But what happens? One just feels his leg, and the feels his tail. The third one just feels the trunk. And the fourth one, of course, the ears. And they said, yes, we saw the elephant. Please, thank you very much. Please take your elephant. Today, of course, you are so kind that you allowed us to see the elephant. Now he took the elephant, and these four persons were sitting there. They said, one who touched the leg, he said, elephant is like his leg, who had touched the leg. He says, it is like the pole. Another one says, no, it is like one who has touched the trunk. Oh, no, it is like serpent. Third one, what touched the tail, he said, it is like a rope. And who had touched the ear, he said, oh, it is like carpet. And then, of course, they were fighting among themselves. Elephant is like a pole. Elephant is like a carpet. They started fighting. Yes, I saw the elephant. Of course, it is like that. And what happens? One person comes. And he hears this. And he says, why do you fight? If you want to see the elephant, you have to see God. And when you see God, then of course you can see the elephant. You are blind, so you cannot see the elephant. But if you see God, then of course you can see the elephant. The world you can see. So out of four, one person of course was ready to see. So he says, now how to see God? Tell me. I want to see God because I have to see the elephant. So he says that I also don't know how to see God, but this much I know, that if you see God, then of course you can see everything. Everything you can see. So he said, I will see God. Three of them, of course, they were fighting, and their fighting continued. That elephant is like a pole, elephant is like a carpet. They continued the fight. But there was only one who said, I must see God. So then he started going. Oh God, where is God? Where are you, God? Where are you, God? I want to see you because I want to see the whole world. I want to see the elephant. Oh God. Now he was just passing through, and there was one open veil. And in that veil, one lame person, he fell down. And he heard, oh brother, come here please. I am in the veil. I fell down. Please just show me, take me out, bring rope. So he says, will you show me God? He says, yes, you take me out and I will show you God. Say, oh good. Now, so he just went here, there, asked and someone, and he got the rope. And he said, don't come near the veil, otherwise you will fall down. So he said that I am blind and I want to see God, so don't come. Just throw the rope and pull me. So he threw the rope and the lame person was taken out of the way. Now he said, if you want to see God, then of course you are blind and I am lame. I cannot go cannot go anywhere, cannot walk. So will you take me on your shoulder, and then I will show you the way where to go to find God. So that lame person, of course, sat down on his shoulder, and they started. And then he took him to a church. And he says that tells there to the priest. This man, of course, wants to see God. Please help him. Help him. So then the priest says, yes, you have to be here. And then, of course, you can see God. Be here. And then every day he would just read Bible and tell him the meaning. And the blind person, of course, because he wanted to see God, the longing was there, so he would hear. He would pay full attention. And of course, when Bible was finished, he said, now it is over. But I did not see God. So because you are fool, you are blind, how can you see God? Bible, of course, I read out the whole Bible, told the meaning, and still you don't understand because you are blind. So you go away. Then, of course, that lame person is all right, we'll go to another place. So again he sat down on his shoulder and goes. Takes him to the mosque. When mosque, of course, he went and he says, this man, please help him. He wants to see God. All right. Then Quran. He started explaining Quran. And the blind man, of course, he would pay attention because he had that longing. When Quran was read out, he could not understand anything. He said, I have come here to see God, please show me God. He said, you are blind, you cannot see God, go. Then he took him a temple, to a temple. And he says that God, statue was there. So he tells the priest that of course he wants to see God, please just tell him how to see God. Yes, here is God, the statue. That blind man feels the statue. He says, God? It is like a stone. This is the stone. All right, I will explain to you. So he started teaching him Vedas. But he wanted to see God. So of course nothing happened. He said that, no, I want to see God. No, you are blind, you cannot see. Go. Now, this lame person, he heard Bible, he heard Quran, he heard Vedas. He became very learned. And this man, he was just longing and longing. Now, the lame person says that, of course, I tried my best and tried so that you may see God, but you cannot. So now I don't want to be with you. Please excuse me. And he left. He left and he was sitting under a tree. Oh God, come God. I want to see you. Continuously he was just God. And then what happens? This lame person, he goes to one place, and then of course he started giving lecture on Quran, Bible, Vedas. And people thought that he was really very learned, very advanced soul. So people started coming to him, and thousands of people, of course, would come to him. This man was sitting there, oh God, have mercy on me. Oh God, I want to see you. Longing was there. And what happens? A perfect master comes to him. And perfect master comes to him and he gives him realization. Not only realization, but he also gave him the creation consciousness. He became a perfect master. And when he became a perfect master, so he knew what his friend is doing. So he says, I must go and see him. So he went. He knew where he was because he all knowledge. But he did not go to see him. In the outskirts of that place, he was sitting there under a tree. And people were going to that master, lame, who was just talking about Quran and Bible and Vedas, very learned man. Now they were going, there was some festival and he was expecting thousands of people. But these people, when they would pass, oh, there is some peace here. What is that? We are feeling. So they would also sit there. Thousands of people just felt that peace and they were sitting there. And here, this lame person who has become the master, he was waiting and waiting. And then he said, what happened? No one has turned up today. What is the reason? So he asked his disciples, go and find out why these people have not come. So they went, and what do they find? This blind person sitting under a tree, and all those people were sitting there. So the master, of course, waiting for you, and you are sitting here. He said, you don't know. Don't disturb us. We are feeling peace. So they go to the master and they tell that some person is sitting under a tree and all the persons surrounded, he is surrounded by so many persons and they are not coming. So he came. He came and he recognized him. And he said, now you are playing mischief. Blind man, I helped you. And what mischief you are playing? That you have all these people, of course, they were to come to me. And you stopped them. He said, I did not. You ask. I don't know who are sitting here. I am blind. I don't know who are sitting and why they are sitting. I don't know. I do not have any talk. Ask them. They say, yes, he did not say anything. But we are feeling peace here. We had, for years and years, we went to you. But we did not feel such a peace, which we are feeling here. So don't blame him. And still he said, this blind man, of course, he does not know anything. I tried my best to help him. I took him to the mosque, to the church, to the temple, but he could not follow anything. They said, but he did not follow, but we are following. We are feeling peace here. And why do you disturb him? If you disturb him, then of course we will take revenge. Don't say anything to him. He is really very advanced soul. And those people, he got angry and then afterwards he also felt something. So he bowed down to him. Bowed down and he said, now I realize, but how did you find this? He said, nothing. It is just God's grace. God came to me and he gave his grace. So now I know everything. And I had come to see you. And I am sitting here. So, of course, good that you came, and I must embrace you. You are my friend. So, all these people who were there, temple, about mosque, and church, religion. Different religions are there, and these different religions, we are all blind. We are all blind. And we cannot, if you go to the church, I don't say that don't go anywhere. There is nothing wrong, but the longing should be there. Otherwise, what will you get? Nothing. Mechanical thing, and you feel happy once a week, go to church and pray, and then of course your sins are just wiped out. Very easy thing. No heart is not required. In every religion, it is like this, that they think that in India, they go to the river, Ganges, take a dip, and they are pure, clean. All sins, of course, they are just wiped out. So religions play this role. Love is quite different. Love, when you have love, wherever you go, of course, that is a help. If you go to church, if you go to mosque, if you go to temples, you just find everything is here. Then there is no need to go. When love is there is no need to go anywhere. God is here. God, Baba says, God does not listen to the language of the tongue. And tongue, mantras. Here, of course, different lamas are there. Lamas are there, and chanting goes on. And you say, oh yes, you follow God. Then, of course, this chanting, God does not listen to the language of the mind. And what is the language of the mind? Meditation, concentration. So meditation, concentration does not listen. He does not. God listens to the language of the heart. And what is that? The sweet voice of God. So God only listens to the language of the heart, and that is silent. Silent language, love. If you have love, of course, love for God, then of course you have everything. And that's why here whatever we think that we must have this, we must have that, we must read this, we must read that. If for the sake of remembrance, because the sake of love, if you have that longing, it helps. Otherwise, what is there? You become intellectual, you can give talks, long talks. Once, of course, it so happened that there were thousands of people. And one learned man, he was giving talk. And people would appreciate, he gives very good talk. Thousands of people would go to him. And he says, why, there is nothing in the world. Nothing in the world, this is all zero. No one, only God is there, nothing is there. So why worry when anyone gets sick in the house and you worry and you weep? What care? You must follow God. Words, very good. And at that time a telegram comes to him that his son died. And when the telegram he read, he started weeping. First he said, this is all illusion, nothing. Only God is real. And here the telegram comes, the one who tells, and he weeps. Why? Why it happens? because it is to be experienced. Love is should be there. Without love, it is not possible. The talks have no value. If anyone use good talk and express things, just like I am doing now, potato. So it has no meaning. One should know that. One should have that love. Then of course it is meaningful. Otherwise to hear this and that and wow, very good talk he gives. The only talk. It has no meaning. But if that talk has the effect in your heart, then of course it is meaningful. Otherwise it has no meaning. One should just live that life. Live that life and then of course can tell others, can save others. Otherwise one should not just think that I am something. No, that is not proper. So now there is another question about marriage. I'm just replying the questions. So you will because I'm replying the questions, so from one subject I go to another subject. So don't think that it is continuation.
Rambling, man.
It is not continuation. Marriage, of course, it is not a bad thing. Marriage, Baba generally send this message, my love and blessing to this one and this one. And marriage is just like two rivers joined together. And when two rivers join together, they proceed towards the ocean. When two rivers are there, they join together, they don't get separated. They become one. So marriage should be such that we should become one and then proceed towards the ocean. But now question comes, love, without love, of course you cannot come together. Today everything is common. Tomorrow nothing is common between us. Why? Because of this intellect. Intellect finds that what is good, what is bad, and we just remain entangled with good and bad. Oh, this man very harsh. So many things, all this man, woman, all the time we receive so many letters about marriage. So many. Why it is happening? It is no one's fault. No one's fault, I should say. You don't want, but this is the attraction towards the world. The illusion is very, very forceful. And that's why this is happening. Illusion Baba has said that it will reach the extreme. It will go to the extreme. And when illusion is there, the intellect, of course the intellect, it is very much developed. So through intellect, of course, everything you reason for everything. Why? And because of that, such situation has arisen. It is nobody's fault, no one's fault. Because it is happening, this is the situation. And that situation you cannot control. Only he has to control. And what is the control? He must clean. Clean us from the garbage which we have collected here and which appears in form of intellect, mind and heart. So when mind controls the heart, you just outward thing, your attraction towards outward thing. When heart controls the mind, then of course you turn towards God. So all these things happening, the situation, I said that the situation, why he has to come age after age. He comes after age because the situation. Yesterday I explained to you about divine will and divine wish. Divine will, anything you do, it comes under divine will. It is not, divine will cannot be understood. Divine will is to be experienced. But how to work out this divine will? So divine wish. He comes after age because every time the situation is different. So according to the situation, what you have to do, and not only he expresses his wish, but also gives you awareness. Awareness so that you may be able to follow that wish. Whatever Jesus has said, his wish, this is not in this situation worked out. Whatever Muhammad has said, in this situation it cannot be worked out. So situation is different. So according to the situation, of course, he has to not only express his wish, but make you follow that, give that awareness to follow the wish. And for that he is working. And awareness will come. What is his manifestation? We talk about Baba's manifestation. What is his manifestation? Manifestation is cleaning. Cleaning the garbage which we have collected. So long this garbage is not cleaned, we cannot follow him. We cannot follow. So he has to do this. So age after age, whenever he comes, situation is different, and according to the situation, of course, he has to express his wish. So religion, all the religions Baba has said that when any religion is formed, then what happens? It becomes a river. And river to proceed to the ocean. River proceeds to the ocean or meets with another river. That marriage. But it has to proceed to the ocean. But when there is no water and you are in the river, where will you go? You will remain on the sand. You will not proceed anywhere. You will not go to the ocean. So he has said, my mission is to flood the river. And when rivers are flooded, you will not think where to go and what to do. You just forget everything when you are flowing in the river. So where is the scope for thinking about this? How to get out of this? How to follow this religion or that religion? You just forget, no thought. Just you will flow and reach the ocean. So that way, of course, which takes you towards God, and because that way is not clear for you because of the garbage, so he is making it clear. Making it clear. It is a very difficult task. Really speaking, Baba would say that I am suffering infinitely, and we take it, yes, Baba is suffering infinitely. What is his suffering? 2 accidents. We just gave you example. At that time when Baba was dropping his body, he said that I am making spasm after spasm he would get. And he said that this body I took upon for my universal work. And now I am making it powder in order to offer to the world. And when he was getting spasm after spasm, he said, this body I took upon for my universal work. And same body, of course, I will offer to the universe in form of my powder. So we would also, nobody could understand why he would get spasm after one foot up and down, up and down. And it was very difficult at the time for us to see that situation. And but he would just say that I am getting electrical shock when the spasm come, but it was continuous. It was continuous on 30th January. That was the last day of Baba's universal work. Last day. In October 1968, Baba had sent one circular, and in that circular he has said that I have completed my universal work to my entire satisfaction, but still the tail is there and I have to complete that tail. So he would come to the Mandli hall in the morning, 3 hours he would work all alone, we would be all out, and we would just take care that of course any birds would not come here, no noise, pin drop silence. And when he would come, he would want to see the face of every Mandli member. Now our Francis Bravazon, poet and writer, so he would write during night. So it was very difficult for him to get up in the morning. Very difficult, he would get up late. And we were in Pune. So Baba tells Francis, don't worry. When we would go, in 1968, Baba says, when we would go to Mehrazad, then my health would be very bad health. Sometimes I would come to the Mandli hall and sometimes I would not come. But if at all I come, I would come very late. So you can sleep. And Francis was very, very happy. Very, very happy. Now we went to Mehrazad. First day, Baba came at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Everyone, I was keeping night watch, but I was there. Francis was sleeping. Where is Francis? Call him. So I would go. Francis, Baba has come. With great difficulty he would get up and he would come and Baba would look at him and Baba says, now you wash and have tea. And he would ask us to go and just keep watch outside. Second day, Baba came at 5:30. Everyone was present there. Francis was not there. Baba says, call Francis. So I went and he was sleeping. Francis, Baba has come. And with great difficulty he came. Baba looked at him and he said that, go and have tea. Third day, Baba came at 5 o'clock. And I went, Francis, Baba has come. He says, this bloody avatar. He said that he would come very late and he is come as early as 5 o'clock. And he came. He came, Baba looked at him and Baba laughed. And Baba said, all right, you go. So when he would work, he would be all alone. But in the afternoon, when he would be working in his room, then of course I would be there. So what I would find, Baba would just pound his thigh continuously. Both the thighs had become like stone, so hard. While he was doing this, one day of course he explained because I am working in a higher plane. So in order to keep link with this gross world, I have to do that. So on 30th, so afterwards, then of course it was very difficult for him. So he asked me to do that. But I could not pound him very hard. Baba would not like it. Baba would not like it, but I would just feel how to do it. So on 30th January 1969, the last day of his work, Baba would not be able to get up and sit. So while he was lying down in the bed, he did his work, universal work last day. He asked me to pound here. And it was so difficult for me. He wanted very hard. But then I did like this. He did not like it. And then, of course, he himself started doing that. And I felt so bad. Here, I disobeyed him. And at the same time, I am giving him more pain. I am not helping him. So I was repenting and repenting what to do. Baba is doing it. Then he was doing, of course, he would be in different planes. So I was keeping quiet, repenting. Then he says, when his work was over, and he knew that I was repenting, feeling very bad. So what happened? He asked me to call Airaj. And I called him. And Baba says, how is Bhav? And Airaj says, matchless. Go. He was giving, consoling me. Consoling me because I was feeling so bad. So bad. The same day, from 7 to 9, he was taking complete rest. Complete rest, never he took for months together. No rest, nothing. All the time so restless. And he would get spasm after spasm. But that day, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., complete rest. And then he said, don't hold me, don't catch hold of my body, just sit down. And I sat down there. And at first I thought that now Baba's health is improving. Baba's health is improving because he never took rest. And that day complete rest. No spasm. Good. But at the same time, I would see vision. What vision? We are taking his body to Mehrabad. And I said, why am I getting this? Then of course, so many thousands of people are coming and they are weeping, crying. I said, what is happening? Why? So I would just try to change it. And then of course again, those thoughts and in the form of vision, they would come. That Baba's body is there in his tomb. And I could not. Then I would also see, previously there was no trust work. So where the office is now, so there of course I see big compound and I am working there. And many were under me working. And I'm just, what is happening? Up to 7 to 9, had I not seen such thing at that time about the trust, I would not have accepted this trusteeship. I would not have accepted. But because he was preparing me, so then after 9 o'clock, spasm began. Now you would think that when he completed his universal work, then why the spasm? Afterwards, why? He was releasing his work. He was releasing his work. He said, I have to offer my body in form of powder to the world. He was releasing his work. And because of that, there was a resistance from everyone. You don't know. Nobody knew Meher Baba at that time. Nobody heard. Resistance, what is that resistance? Illusion, our own impressions. They would not accept that. They would not accept that. So resistance was there from everyone, and that's why I say that everyone, of course, he has worked for everyone and everything. No one is left. Maya, illusion, it is in everyone. And that illusion was resisting. And that's why he was just having spasm after spasm, more and more. It went on and on. And then at 4 o'clock, no, at 10 o'clock, Baba says to me, remember this, I am not this body. Then I was all alone at that time, and I would just feel that what is going on. More and more spasm. At 11 o'clock, remember, at 11 o'clock, he says, remember this, I am not this body, but remember this. It came out of his mouth. Yaad rakh, I am not this body. Third time, again he said, remember this, 2 signs. 3 times, only 1 time, only yaad rakh. Remember this. 1, very feeble voice, but feeble, but very forceful. It was not, but I did not feel that Baba broke his silence, because his silence, it is for his universal work. So unless there is awareness all throughout the universe, his silence is not broken. This time I could understand the meaning. When I went to hospital, and in the hospital, of course, he appeared, he told me, why did you not tell the people? He asked me, why did you not tell the people? They would just think that I could not speak. Why did you not? And then, what happens? One day, one person from this, there is Rajneesh ashram. So Rajneesh's ashram, one person came to see me, and he says to me, Rajneesh has said that Meher Baba, of course, he tried and tried his best to speak. So many times, of course, he gave the date, and he gave the year, everything that I would speak. And he tried and tried to speak, but he could not, because his vocal cord could not work. And that was the warning, that he could speak. And that's why he told me, why did you not tell? Because he also, we were with him, we knew what is silence. Silence was the medium of his work, universal work. Unless his manifestation takes place, That is not the science. If he had he just talked about, still when he had made the silence his medium, it could not be broken. It could not be broken when awareness comes. The world get the awareness awakened. Then of course his silence, because that was the medium. So that happened, and then more and more spasm. Only Dr. Kavir, of course he would be there. But then at 6 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, Baba called all the multi. And all the multi members were there with Baba. At 6 o'clock, Baba asked us to go, and he called women multi. He saved little breakfast, little means just little sip. He took up tea, and then of course women, he asked the women multi to go, and we came. We came spasm after spasm. Terrible thing, how to describe. He really made his body powder. He had offered that powder to the universe, for which, of course, he had taken this form. How to tell you at that time what was the situation, what we would feel at that time. We could not express anything. And we saw him how he would suffer. So we just say that 2 accidents. If anyone says, what is Baba's suffering? Baba met with 2 accidents. Not only 2 accidents, so many things happened to him, to his body. So many things, and this last thing, he really made his body, his bones all powder to offer to the universe. And that's why this spasm, that is the resistance of the Maya, illusion. And illusion in everyone. But everyone is affected. Today or tomorrow they will come to know. And then Baba said, Maya is killing me, but I will win. Maya is killing me, but I will win. How? And just after that, of course, he dropped the body. People would think, yes, Maya won, because he dropped the body. It so happened that he dropped the body. We were at Mehrabad, and Eraj told Francis to formulate the circular. Francis comes to me and he says, Baba said that Maya is killing me and I will live. But Maya did kill me. I said, Francis, what are you saying? How Maya can kill her? It is not possible. Because his work, when work is completed and released, when work is released, then what is the need of this form? Form he has taken in order to work for the universe. When that work was completed, form is no longer needed. Just like, what is this body? This is the mold of past impressions. So we spend those impressions and collect new impressions. But as soon as the impression of last life, previous life, they are finished, you cannot live even 1 minute. You cannot, because they are spent. So also his work, when he completed, body is no longer needed. And then he dropped the body. But his work, whatever he has done, we cannot just imagine now. It's not possible to imagine, but the world will come, world will get the awareness, and then the world will just try to know how did it happen, what did he do. Then the longing would start. For the present, no. He has, at the time when he was dropping the body, he released his arrow. Arrow of his universal work. That arrow is touching every heart by heart. And then this is the reason that you are coming to him. More and more people will come. But our prayer is, Baba, slow down. How to put up with all this? How? Because at that time, when the world will come, the world will also become strong, aware of him. So aware of him, so then of course there will be no problem. Then they will just, you have not to explain anything. They will know what they have to do. It is not that. For 500 years, after 100 years, since he has dropped his body, he was many things. And then after 500 years, again the devil, which has bowed down to him. After 500 years, again he would start raising his head. And then of course again he has to come back, because he will then, his force will be there. That's why Baba has said that he has to come back after 700 years. So why he has come, he will come back? Because the devil will again, which is this mind. In everyone the devil is there. So it will start raising his head gradually and stand up, and then his force will be there. So he has to come back again to just make the devil to bow down. So that arrow which he has sent, he will make the devil weak. Devil weak, now you just see that why 11th September that incident took place. World Trade Center was attacked. Then of course Pentagon was attacked. How many people died at that time? Who did this? 4 persons. Now I am coming to that suicide. Some question was there about suicide. So in order to explain, I just take this example. Now those people who did this, they knew that they would die. They would die and they did it. That means they committed suicide. Those who were killed, apparently it appears that these people of course killed them. But what benefit they have derived, nobody knows. Those who were killed, just like one has the span of life of 60 years. And at that time when he was in plane, he was 40 years old. 20 years in prison he had to spend. So these people, when death and he was killed, 20 years in prisons, they would collect. They would collect, means they took the burden. Apparently it appears that they were killed, but internally they are the beneficiary. They have benefited by that. Not only these people, but the organization under whose someone must be the leader, must have given order to do this. All those people will be involved. All those people, those who died, they are free from those impressions. They have not to just spend those impressions they have taken. They will come back soon. And come back soon. And come back soon why? Because now left out impressions are not there. The impressions which they have collected and new impressions, the old means the impressions which they have spent and new impressions they have collected, only for those purpose, for that purpose they have come. But soon they will come back and less burden. So they think that, oh, we have done a very good thing. But what they have done such a thing that of course we cannot imagine. For them it is good. But one thing I remember, and still what will happen to them I don't know. So Baba was saying that when I was Jesus, I said at the last when my crucifixion was there, I said, oh Father, forgive them all, for they know not what they are doing. And now I say, oh Father, forgive them all, for they know not what will happen. You just see, this is the beginning. That's why I say this is the beginning. More and more things will be there. So this mind is devil, but it is not in everyone so forceful as it is in the terrorist. So that mind, it has become terrorist. So this new term for this age, terrorist. They also, in previous ages, of course, this happened. Not that war was not there, this was not there. When the devil becomes forceful, then it happens. It happens and they collect all the impressions. And he has already asked, oh Father, forgive them all, for they know not what will happen. Don't know what. It may be under divine will, but it is not under divine wish. Divine will, whatever you do, good, bad, it comes under divine will. You cannot understand what is divine will, because a single leaf cannot move without divine will. So this is not this is under divine will, but not under divine wish. And without divine wish, divine will cannot be worked out. You have to follow divine wish in order to follow divine will, and that is the path. And the same one who has created this divine will, the same one says you follow divine wish in order to work it out. So we don't follow that, and we do that, and in name of God. They have done it in name of God. The devil still tells them, this is in the name of God. It is not in name of God. God, because they are not following divine wish. They are following divine will. And that too, divine will, no understanding. Divine will, in order to know, work out divine will, divine wish is very, very necessary. So they are not following divine wish and also not following divine will, because divine will can be worked out through divine wish. So they are not following. So they are at fault, and they would suffer and suffer. You have no idea how much suffering. Not for, so in suicide, this type of suicide, that means they would collect the impression of all others. So there are three types of death. One is natural death, another is accidental, and the third is natural, accidental, and third is what you call no, natural, then this accidental, and third unnatural. So natural death, what happens when your past impressions are spent? Then of course new impressions also you collect while spending these past impressions. So for that past impressions, you when you drop your body, at that time what happens? You are you don't go to hell or heaven immediately. You remain in the astral world from 40 to 72 hours. Astral world, dream world. This is first plane. Half portion is in this connected with the grass world and half is connected with the subtle world. That half which is connected with the grass world, it is called astral world. So, and you remain 40 to 72 hours with the surrounding where you drop the body. But afterwards, according to impressions, good and bad. If you have good impressions, you just enjoy heaven state. It is not the state, place, but it is the state of the mind. So now, heaven state, suppose you have got, say, 50 billion bad impressions and 80 billion good impressions. So now, because you have good impression, so you must enjoy heaven state. So what happens then when you spend? Body is not there. Now you have to spend the impression of drinking liquor. So drinking liquor, when you drink the liquor, so body is not there, but a thought. When a thought comes, you just get thousand of times more pleasure. When you take this grass medium, there is some pleasure, but thousand of times more. So you spend those impressions quickly. Now what happens? Now out of this 80 billion good impression, 20 billion you have already spent. Now 50 billion bad and 60 billion good. Now you are coming to the balancing point. But before the balance takes place, you take birth. You take birth, so this 50 billion good impression and 60 billion bad impression you have to spend. And when you spend this, then of course you collect new impressions. But new impressions you don't spend. They remain there, it is for the next birth. But this is all just a dream. It happens in the dream. Soul does not take birth and soul does not die. Mind, this devil takes birth. But it does not die. If he dies, then work is complete. We just get godization. But it does not die. Only body dies. So it remains there. And impressions also remain there. And that's why it takes a long time. But it is a dream. No one takes birth, no one dies. Only once, of course, when in order to get the experience, of course, you get, and that's why it is said that there is no reincarnation. It is correct. Reincarnation is not there, but if it is there, it is the dream. And dream is false, so reincarnation is also false. So there is nothing like that. Now this is the suicide, natural death. Now suicide, two types. Two types, just like I gave this example of 11 September. Those people who committed suicide, that means even the door of hell is closed for them. They cannot enter into hell. So what will happen? And they have collected all the impressions of others. So how much burden? So they will remain in the ghost form for ages and ages and ages. Because even in the hell, of course, they cannot go. So, and then through everyone, the medium for each impressions, they have to find out the medium. Now, just like now, they have to spend, one has to spend the impression of drinking liquor. And my friend asked, of course, drinking liquor and enjoying. So the ghost enters in the body. You don't know. Enters in the body and then he takes the pleasure. For every single impression, of course, he has to find different medium. Ages and ages. Now, natural death, I told you, natural death, of course, hell and heaven immediately. But there is one thing, that when you have come in contact with the beloved, above, and when you remember, or you are just, you love God, really you love God, not in words, but you love, you follow His wish, then what happens? Then of course natural death. So natural death, then immediately of course you have not to go to hell and heaven. You cross the limit of hell and heaven, and those impressions which you have to spend, you just come back immediately. Now Baba has said in his message, which he has expressed at that time, he says, those who remember me at the time of their last, they come to me. Now how to come? Whether they get God realization. So this question would always people think. But once Baba was in Guru Prasad Pune, and the families, different families had come, and the children, they were crawling here and there. And Baba was looking at the parents who feel embarrassed. And Baba says, why do you feel embarrassed? What is the reason? These souls, you have no idea. When I say they come to me, anyone said that so and so died. So I sent the reply, so and so has come to me. This is one of the ways how they come to me. One of the ways from childhood they come to me. Then second, they get liberation.
The Real.
Third,
Sustainable
they
luxury
get
up to
realization.
90% off retail.
Now
Louis
page
Vuitton.
number
Men's.
275 is there. He says now there is fixed number 56, God realized soul. Whether I have any chance of God realization, I want God realization, no liberation. So it cannot be 57, it cannot be 55, always 56. Suppose someone gets realization today, tomorrow he drops the body. So 55, it becomes 55, but 56 should be there. So immediately one gets God realization. So many get God realization during this period of Advent. So many. So you don't worry. Page number 275, remember this. Don't worry. You have also the opportunity. So, but liberation, there is no limit. He can liberate so many. There is no number, fixed number. Only God realized person 56, so it happens. Today you get realization, tomorrow you just drop the body, another one comes. So many get God realization. So don't worry. Now that's suicide. This is the suicide I told about that these people, they have terrorists, they committed suicide. And so many killed, so their impression they were taken. But someone just commits suicide. So it depends upon the motive. What motive? Just like we have seen that someone, of course, appears for the examination, very intelligent, and of course he or she fails. And the shock she cannot just bear. she commits suicide. She commits suicide, but she has not done, not harm anyone, nothing. So it will be the good spirit, not bad. The spirit will, she or he will become suicide. But when someone harms others, and because suppose someone just commits thefts and harasses others, and because now he knows that if he is arrested by the police, of course he would go to jail. So because of that he commits suicide. So he has harmed others, so he will become bad host. Bad host. And this is suicide. But one thing is there, what we can do for this purpose, only thing we can pray to him, that please just help him. And prayer works. When I was keeping night watch, I would always keep one with him as a night watch. So at that time also, I would just see, once it so happened, it was in the year 1958. I was keeping night watch whole night, and there was no electricity. So Baba would just keep the lamp in another room, and through window the light would reflect. So Baba would say, Baba had told me that when he would get up, at that time you close the door. Up in this room where Baba was retiring, and other room, of course, the door of that that would be open. And when Baba, no, that should be closed. And when Baba goes to bed, takes rest, at that time, the room, the door of his room should be open, and the door of that room should be closed. Now, what I would see, that I would do that. But one night, I found that the door of that room was closed. See, Baba said that it should remain open so that the air, the gas should pass and how did it happen? I must have forgotten. So when Baba would take rest, at that time the door of his